Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis Autosports. Excited to offer you guys another gorgeous 2003 Toyota Tacoma SR5 double cab pre-runner. This is a Carfax certified guaranteed truck, 2 owners, dealer service since day one of ownership, impeccable service history. The previous owner of this truck actually traveled for his job, has a ton of highway miles on it. And we're going to finish this walk around just to show you the entire body so you can really appreciate how nice this truck is, more so when you hear the miles. 90% of these miles were highway driven. In the last couple years, he averaged about 40 to 50,000 miles a year due to his job. A lot of interstate traveling. As you see, as nice as this truck is, 275,000 miles. Now make sure, pay attention to this video. I'm going to tell you everything that we did to this truck. I'm going to tell you about the history, and I guarantee you, you will not find another Tacoma anywhere with these miles, even less miles, as nice as this truck. Both mechanically, cosmetically, drivability, undercarriage. If you're looking at these trucks, you're already fully aware that they will go 400,000 and 500,000 miles if taken care of, which this truck absolutely has been, both cosmetically and, more important, mechanically. We are shooting this in 4K. If you have the ability to watch it in 4K, please do so. Excuse the background noise. We have someone using a blower close by. And we're going to get some close-ups of all the panels too. I just want to give you an overall view and condition of this truck. I've sold probably 200 to 300 Tacomas here at Davis Autosports. I'm the owner. I've bought, sold, worked on, and restored hundreds more. And you do not find trucks with these miles this clean. It was owned by the right guy, very meticulous, took great care of this truck. So when the truck came in, it was already in great condition. It did have some typical Tacoma issues cosmetically, that no matter how you own a truck, if you're traveling on the highway, there's just things that are going to happen. The front did have some rock chips. The top of the fenders did have some typical little clearing, thinning of the clear coat. The previous owner had already had the front bumper painted due to rock chips and the front bumper pad painted due to rock chips. When that was done, I guess the fenders weren't that much of an issue. When we got it in, we decided to go ahead and do the fenders. So both driver and passenger fenders were done. The paint was blended in, cleared in. Of course, when doing so, everything is removed off the body of the truck. The rest of the entire truck was completely wet sanded and paint corrected in-house. If you're unfamiliar with that, essentially it's about a 5-day process with 2 of our guys. They take different grits of sandpaper, take a very thin layer of clear coat off. We even do it to the newly painted panel to give the clear coat a nice flat finish, and with multiple steps of high-speed compounds, buffs, and pads, bring that existing layer of clear coat back to life. So it's 2 reasons this truck looks so good: the previous owner taking care of it and us doing what we did to it. Secondly, the lower valance on this truck was chewed up with rock chips. We took it off, sanded it down, sealed it, and then we actually did a Kevlar coating on it instead of repainting it. That way you don't run into that problem again. So that bottom valance on the bumper is actually finished with a Kevlar coating, which is going to make it damn near indestructible with rock chips. Okay, all 4 fender flares, when the vehicle was paint corrected, were taken off the vehicle. That way we have full access to those panels without hitting them without hitting the flares or the moldings with sandpaper or buffing them. And that way we're able to wet sand all the way down. So when those are off, those all got sanded, sealed, and repainted with black paint. That's why they look so rich and deep in black. That's a slightly oversized tire. What do we have here? 265 70 16. So a little bigger than a 31-inch tire. Looking nice on this truck. I mean, look at this paint for 275,000 miles. You're not going to see a truck like this. Part of the paint correction, you're getting the paint very, very smooth. If you look at the reflection of my hand, it doesn't have the, there's many different terms used in the industry, whether it's orange peel, that's the most common, but it gives all the reflections a golf ball finish. And when you wet sand it, you're flattening out the clear coat, and it just makes all the reflections look better. It gives it a high gloss. Another thing to note, all your moldings, we painted those as well. So all your moldings around the doors have all been painted. Now, as much as I'm ranting and raving about this truck, you see there's no damage. You see there's no significant wear. This truck will have, with any used vehicle, small, light imperfections. I just want to be clear on that. So whether it's a couple light scratches here and there that have been touched up, a rock chip or two that the camera's not picking up, it's going to have that. So please expect that. Up front on the bumper, since it's been painted, 1, 2, 3, 4 rock chips right there. I don't know, some people expect a brand new truck that's 20 years old, even though it's in beautiful condition. We sell newer trucks if needed. But look at this paint. A lot of leaves in the background. That's what you're seeing reflections on. You're not seeing anything on this paint. Got a little touch-up area right there. And she's beautiful. One of the most impressive things on this Tacoma, besides the condition of the exterior, is the undercarriage. The undercarriage on this truck is an absolute must-see. The frame is impeccable. The floor pan is amazing. Clean as can be. Inside, the guy was a non-smoker. He traveled all the time. He was mostly by himself, traveling with work. Didn't have kids, didn't have dogs. So this thing was pounding the highway day after day. Every single panel has a factory issued VIN plate with the VIN number. That's done by the factory. The only thing to really nitpick on this interior for, to be honest with you, is you have an area right here. That's our fault. We're actually going to dye the dash. We were steam cleaning. The steamer got too close and took off the factory dye. This tan color is dye from the factory. Everything comes in a black finish and it gets dyed. So we are going to re-dye the dash. That is included. There's no additional cost. Seats, look how clean these seats are, as they should be. No one really sat in them, just traveled all the time. Cigarette lighter has never been used. Look how clean those buttons are. Rocker panels, door jambs, as clean as can be. Factory issued VIN plate. Dog legs and corner cabs are perfect. No rust whatsoever. Pinch welds going all the way down, perfect. These seats may appear stained. They're not. That's just the velour material. Depending on how you wipe it, it's going to give a different coloration. Same thing with the door inserts. That's pretty much the whole interior minus the vinyl or leather. Like I said, for the miles, they don't get nicer. I promise you that. Good tires. Tires were just done not too long ago. I mean, they're pretty much brand new. no odors, factory VIN plate. Nice bed liner. Factory VIN plate. Only thing to really nitpick on this interior, in my opinion, besides the dash, you got a little crack here, which is all too common. The way this is sort of designed, you slide out of the seat right there, and those are that's just what happens to them. Steering wheel's very clean, top of the wheels not all gunked up. Like I mentioned, cigarette lighter's never been used. Not covering up anything here. Nice clean carpet, just trying to keep it clean. Absolutely perned. Factory VIN plate. Factory VIN plate. You got a newer radiator in here, newer hose, timing belt done in 2017. Both, let me put this down real quick so you can hear me a little bit better. Valve cover gaskets were just recently done as well. Now bear with me, I'm gonna take my camera off the Steadicam so I can climb underneath this truck and give you some video footage. Now also, what I'm about to show you is a 100% natural undercarriage. We haven't touched it, we haven't sprayed it, we haven't cleaned it. I'll show you these rockers first. What you're actually seeing there is a little bit of residual. The white stuff is actually from wet sanding, because it's actually the clear coat that we're sanding off. That's just the water coming down. But as you see, rockers all the way are perfect. I can tell this truck did receive the factory undercoat. This is a factory issued undercoat right here, which protects the frame. This is really an extremely impressive part of this truck. This pinch weld right here usually gets very, very nasty. I mean, if you look at this floor pan, I mean, it is absolutely perfect. Very, very impressive. So I'm gonna scoot up to the front. You actually have a whole new front strut assembly. You can see the sticker still on it. No leaks coming from the bottom of the engine, oil pan, or transmission pan. If you're hearing a tiny bit of rattle, it's a little bit of that heat shield, which is normal. Check out, I'm getting too big to fit underneath these trucks. Look at this undercarriage. All 100% natural. We haven't touched it. I mean, those lines, clean as can be. Inside of the frame, perfect. I don't know if it's on the service records or not, but I can tell by looking up front, new ball joints as well. Let's get you a glimpse of the back. I mean, this undercarriage, I mean, for a Tacoma, it's perfect. I mean, it's spotless. This is a known issue of the frames right here in front of the leaf spring perch, and it is literally like brand new. I mean, there's not even specks of surface rust up there. So as you see, undercarriage is, for a truck, it's, for one of these, it's perfect. As I said, guys, I mean, you're not going to find a truck like this with these miles. And in the Toyota community, it's almost a thing to where it's, and I only know this because I sell so many of them, but it's almost a cool thing how many miles your truck has, excuse me. So this truck is going to last, whoever buys it, if you take care of it, should last a very, very long time. I'm going to go ahead and drive it. Before we do, we'll do some quick interior. I got something in my eye, bear with me. All right. Left mirror, out, in, up, down. Switch it to the right. In, out, up, down. Window good, window good, window good, window good. Cigarette lighter, never been used. I'm not going to turn the radio on. It will copyright us, but as you see, it does work. AC has been fully tested. It works as it should, and I'm going to turn it on for our test drive. 275,000 miles, and she drives like a new truck. These are the only vehicles that my dealership will get in with over 125,000 miles. We'll get a couple Jeeps in with some more miles on occasions, but I would never in a million years put my name on any vehicle with more than 200,000 miles as I would this exact Tacoma or 4Runner. I don't want to sit here and bore you to death and have you guys watch the screen just cruising down the road, but I could do this forever, and the truck's not going to throw a check engine light on. It's going to drive as it should. I'm going to go ahead and slow down a little bit, do a hard acceleration with the AC on, get the RPMs to drop, put some stress on the engine and transmission so you can see this thing functions as it should. There's your downshift. No leaks in the exhaust, manifold, anything. Full RPM shift, smooth as can be. Do that in any other truck, you're gonna be on the side of the road. Hard on the brakes, no shimmy of the wheel. Full turn, power steering components function as they should. We'll go ahead and do a good little decent acceleration. And I only do this to show you guys that the truck functions as it should. Even if a vehicle has an issue, you could probably get up to speed very slowly and cruise and appear that the vehicle functions just fine. So there you guys go. If you guys have any questions, 855-955-3377. Also, this video isn't our full advertisement. If you're watching this on YouTube, we only use YouTube to host our video. So if you want to know more about pricing and information, go to our website where you'll get this video, pictures. Usually we have about 5 paragraphs worth of content on the vehicle, price, everything. I don't mention price in the video because if that price changes, I have to delete the video, or whoever watches the video is going to think that's what the price is permanently. So for all information, DavisAutosports.com. That's DAVIS Auto, AUTO Sports with an S on the end of sports.com. Thank you.